Hey everyone, I'm back with another tutorial and to answer questions. I'm going to wait, send out some invites, get everybody going, wait for everybody to hop on and get the invitations and whatnot. So, okay, I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. Just give it a minute. Make sure I get rid of all the, hey everyone, I'm giving everybody a chance to catch the notification and hop on before we get started. It's been a long few days. If you're here, drop a hello. I've been decaling like crazy, printing everything off. Hey Tina. And been busy with that. We all know how long decal day can take, okay? So tonight we are going to work on, I got an order for a Mica swirl tutorial. So I'm going to show you guys. I did post earlier. I forgot to turn off my ringer. Whoops. There we go. Now no more buzzing and all that. Hey guys. Yep, finally got me live. Hey Regina, hey Sabrina, Jody, Brittany. Hey y'all. Okay, so tonight we're going to do a Mica swirl tutorial. I had an order for it and everybody has been asking me when I'm going to go live again. The past few days I've just been decaling. I had 5 or 6 cups that I needed to get decals on. And, you know, the editing process for your decals takes forever. Hey, Angie. So, I'm going to show you what we're working with. I did drop a comment on the page earlier today showing you guys, hey, Nikki, what I was working with, what we're going to be doing, okay? So, I'll show you the cup we're going on, the micas I'm using, and the glitters, all right? And if any of you had caught the purple can koozie tutorial I did, it's going to be the same method. Regina, hi Helen, looking forward to seeing this cup. Yeah, me too. The lady that had ordered my leopard print Lisa Frank style cup came and picked it up today, and she's the one who ordered a green and white swirl for her friend. So, like I said, you guys make one really great cup for a customer, you will immediately get a repeat. Immediately, most of the time. Hey Vicky, do you see me? Yeah, I see you. Hey, Sharon. Okay. So these are the micas that we're going to work with. She wanted a white or cream and an army green. So this is what I got. I got these in that box of micas that I bought on Amazon. You got like 50 colors for like 20 bucks or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But if you guys want the links to any of the stuff I have bought in the past that you see me use, I will screenshot them from where I got them and put them in the comments for you guys, okay? So this, the green mica I'm using is gonna be avocado because it's a darker green, okay? And then she wanted white, and I had just plain white. This white doesn't get like a super bright white. It gives it kind of a pearl shine, so this works really well. I might mix a little white acrylic paint in with it, just maybe a little tiny bit to make it pop out just a little bit more. And then for the glitters, these are both Glitter Glam glitters. And for the white glitter, it's going to be a cream. And it was actually pretty hard to find an off-white glitter. So she didn't want pure white. She wanted something that was a little off in ivory or something, and I found cream on Glitter Glams, so I got this one. And then I have army green from Glitter Glams. Okay, so these will be swirled into the cup along with the micas. She didn't want a whole lot of glitter, but something girly enough, okay? So that's the micas, that's the glitters, okay? So we're gonna take our turner and we're going to take our tray. Now, if you've watched my tutorials before, let me fix the foam a little bit. I have shared many times this turner I bought. I know a lot of people have asked where I got the turner. I did get it on Amazon. I will drop the picture, the screenshot of it in the comments after the video. And I know somebody had mentioned that they were already sold out and even on the website. And I don't know if that's my fault or not. But they work really well. So if you got one, you're going to be really, really happy with these. Okay? They're great beginners, beginner turners. Yes, I had an order for ivory and ordered several before I found one that was perfect. Yeah, it was definitely, you gotta figure out when they don't want a pure white, you gotta know where to go to find something that's a little off. So that is true. All right, so we're going to get started. Let me grab my epoxy. Now, I've told you guys in the past, the epoxy I use is Amazing Clear Cast. Okay? This one right here. And that blue tint to it is the new chemical mixture where it prevents the yellowing. All right, and we're going to mix. This is a 30-ounce Ozark that I stripped for her to fix. So we're going to use this one. And these are the ones you can get at Walmart. Okay? So I always mark my medicine cups with a permanent marker to where I want to fill them. Now, because we're only using, we're going to mix more epoxy than usual. We are using the epoxy method for adhesion, but because we're using micas and glitters, all right, we're going to make extra epoxy to separate into 4 different containers. One for the green mica, one for the white mica, one for the green glitter, and then one for the white cream glitter, okay? Does that make sense? So we're going to have 4 of these little cups right here, all with each different color in them mixed into your epoxy. You'll separate all of the epoxy you mix, okay? And anytime you have extra epoxy, get you some molds and you can throw them in a mold, and that's a great way to save your materials, okay? So we're going to mix, I always make a little more than what I need. So I'm going to do 20 of each. And then, like I said, if I have any extra, I'll throw it into a mold for a sample, a keychain, whatever. Mariana, hi, have you seen those that now have the skid bottoms? Yes, a lot of people have been talking about the new built tumblers have that a rubber rim on the bottom, and you can either pop it off, or I've seen where you can epoxy right over it. I know the cup I did, this one, the bottom of this had was a plastic black. So what I did is I cleaned it up, I spray painted over it, and then I epoxied right over it. This one's still in process. It's ready for a decal. But this had a black bottom too with the plastic, and I just went right over it. Where do you get those large containers of clear cast? Hey Jason, I got the jugs of Amazing Clear Cast from the company itself, okay? I got that from Alumilite.com, and if you use the coupon Amazing Savings when you check out, you get you can save some money. Hey Britt. Okay, so like I said, we marked it 20 mLs. Okay. And you're going to pump it down. Now, it's so important that your epoxy mix is completely equal A and B. If your epoxy is off even by a smidge, it's not going to dry right. I've had a lot of people message me and want to know why some of their cups were still tacky. And that's why. They're just not drying right. Hey, Heather. Hey, Danielle. I have a cup with a handle and I'm scared to try and do it. Tori, if you catch the yellow and black ombre tutorial I did, it shows you how to do a handle. And then you just hold, you kind of can take the cup upside down and take your finger around the handle, take the glitter around the handle, let that spin and stuff like that. I saw an advertisement today that you can get a discount today on their site. Yeah, Nikki, you can get a discount. So a lot of people have also had a debate about using popsicle sticks and metal stir sticks. All right, so I figured to try it out for you guys. Now, I usually use a popsicle stick, but I'm out of the tall ones and I'm mixing a lot of epoxy tonight, so I'm going to use this. This is just a cooking skewer, but it's a little metal stick. So if you guys don't need to go and buy the little epoxy mix-in metal sticks, if you have one of these from Walmart, it's a little longer, but it works just the same. All right? Use what you have around you before you drop a lot of money on something that's exactly the same. Hey, Leah. Hey, Tori. Danira, hi. All right? So, we're going to get our gloves on because I don't want to get epoxy on me. Is there any questions so far? I think I've covered most of it. This is kind of just the basic mica swirl. I know Bridget did a great tutorial earlier today on the micas. Hey, Helena. And like I said, if you guys have any questions as I go along, drop them in the comments. And afterwards, I'll go through, answer them in text for you so you have it written down as well, so you don't have to rewatch it if you don't want to. And you can also message me privately for any questions, and I will be happy to help you. So, I hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. Hey, Tanetta. Oh, I love the metal sticks, game changer. Yeah, I normally sit mine in hot water and mix. I heat my epoxy with my heat gun. I don't usually set it in warm water. And I am trying to get this open. There we go. Silicone stir sticks are great and reusable, so you don't have to keep spending money on popsicle sticks. You can get them on Amazon. Yeah, they are. That's great. I love your live. So much info. Oh, thanks, Vicky. Like I said, you can just use whatever works for you. The metal stir sticks, the silicone stir sticks are great. You don't have to keep buying, like Regina said, you don't have to keep buying popsicle sticks. You said my name right. That hardly ever happens, Helena. Well, I think that's because my name is Helen too, but also my full legal name is Helene. And I was named after my grandmother, so anytime somebody called and they said Helene, we would always get confused. So I just started going by Helen, and that's kind of how it's been ever since. And my grandmother stayed Helene up till the day she passed away. I heat mine with my heat gun as well and measure with some ridges. Yeah, like I said, with the great thing about cups, everybody has their own technique and way of doing these. And all it really is whatever your preference is to how you do it. Does not ever have to be the same way somebody else does. We all end up with the same result, okay? That's kind of the beauty of doing it yourself. So, all right, that's A, and I put that in my snack cup. Now I'm going to take B, and B's more liquefied, and I'm going to set it down on my table, and I'm going to pump up to the line. All right. Any suggestions for a first cup? I'm gathering supplies, but do not know what to make first. What type of sandpaper is best for tumblers? I get the one that's 220. As long as it's a fine, you don't, Danira, you don't want to scratch down to the glitter. So use a fine, okay? Any suggestions for, Carla, for a first cup, you could do a wood grain, which is just alcohol ink. And that's pretty simple. Or do a one glitter cup. Do a simple, basic, solid color glitter cup. Okay? I can't get the glitter cup right. What do you mean, Kelly, you can't get it right? So sometimes glitter, depending on what you're using, if it's fine or chunky, it's not always gonna, especially chunky, it's not gonna lay fine. But you have to remember, it depends on what you're using for your adhesive. If you are using Mod Podge, the E600 or 6000 spray, or the epoxy method, okay? Hey Tina, it all depends on what you're using for your adhesion. Now, the great thing about the epoxy method for adhering your glitter is it soaks in just enough to the epoxy that the epoxy makes the glitter lay flat. Most of the time, it gives you a really nice smoothness to the cup. So then when you cover it, you don't have all the lumps and bumps that Mod Podge leaves and all of that. Okay? The sandpaper I got says 150 on it. LL, sorry, I'm new and trying to get... Oh, no, you're fine, Danira. If you want, like I've told other people in my past videos, message me after the live and I can give you a list of your basic needs to make your very first cup, okay? I don't believe in going and buying a ton of different things at once. Just get what you need to make your very first cup to see if you like it. I was thinking of starting with a Dollar Tree wine glass. Can you use glass? I have seen people use glass, yes. But I would assume to make sure it's a thick enough glass that it's not super thin. All right? Do you prep your cup first or just start with glitter? Okay, so prepping cups. I did do a tutorial where I kind of showed the basic steps that I take to prep a cup, okay? So when you buy a cup, wash it. First thing you're going to do is wash it. So like this one right here, I washed it. I sanded it with my 220, scuffed it up some. I sprayed it with alcohol and wiped off all the black grime that came off from sanding it. Okay? And then I went and I spray painted it. That was all my prepping. So you wash it, sand it, wipe it with alcohol to remove all of the oils and the dirt that comes up when you sand your cup, okay? Sanding helps your stuff bond a lot better, all right? So sand it. Sand it, clean it with alcohol to get all the grime off of it, spray paint it. All right, so now we got our 2 epoxies in here. We're going to start stirring. Hey, Joanne. It's fine glitter and I'm using epoxy. I use 3 glitters and it looks like a hot mess. Kelly, send me a picture in a PM. Send me a picture and I can look at it and I'll tell you how to fix it. It's kind of hard just to kind of go off it in my head of what it might be looking like, and I can't see pictures when I'm live. Okay? So, like I said, if you guys have trouble or anything like that, there's so many great people in this group that can help. I myself am always available to help you guys. I know LaDonna has told you many times that she'll help you. Bridget is amazing. There's a lot of great people in here that are willing to help you guys. That's why this group is so amazing. Natasha, do you have a page or are your videos in the group? I have a business page. I don't do videos in it. I do my videos in this group to help beginners. I know some of my followers that have been watching me, hey Bonnie, can give you the link to my business page and you can message me on that too. I got a ton of paint on the inside of my cup, my first one. Acetone. Don't worry about getting paint on the inside of your cup until you're ready to clean it, to prep it, to give away. And then you can clean it. And I did show you guys how to do that too. Tanetta thinks I normally wash with dish soap. Was scared to use alcohol. That's okay, yeah. Wash it with dish soap, sand it, wipe it down with alcohol because alcohol removes all oils and grime that's been sitting on the cup. I love it when people are so helpful. Do not use a lot of epoxy when using glitter. It will soak it. Yes, Wendy. Only use a little bit, guys. You don't need a whole lot of epoxy when you're adhering your glitter to your cup. If you use a lot of epoxy, it soaks in and then it becomes runny and it just ends up looking like a hot mess. Thanks, Tina. Yeah, that's the link to my business page, y'all. So if you want to message me and you see cups on there that you want help with to make yourself, let me know and I will help you, okay? I do give the crime scene cup. I have given the the files for that and my Golden Girls, because I made them myself, I give them for you guys to be able to do yourselves. Then you can follow along with my tutorials from the past, okay? Yes, I've used all, worked for me with epoxy method, but I've been doing tumblers, working with epoxy for 1.5 years. All right, so now we're going to heat the epoxy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't want to hold your heat gun there long and melt your cup. Hey, Helen. Hey. Hey, Candace. I had my epoxy boil in itself earlier, and I dropped the hot cup on a tumbler and ruined it. I didn't realize there needs to be enough room in a cup. I made a 30 milliliter in a 40 milliliter. It sat too long. I got distracted and left the room. I didn't want to waste a huge solo-sized cup, but should I? I like the size of the mouthwash cups. Yeah, this is a bath cup, Candace. This right here is just one of those bath cups from Walmart in a bag. I heard on live you can use vinyl 651 as vinyl print on laser. Just have to wipe with alcohol first. I always get epoxy on the inside plus on the top, and it gets stuck in the foam piece on my turner, so it helps pulling everything off. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I always clean it nicely. Let's see. But I want to avoid it if I can. Yeah, Stephanie, I'll show you, or after I'm done doing this, I will go through about the rims and stuff if that helps. I like the plastic bathroom cups I got from Walmart. They're the perfect. Yeah, they are, Monica. That's what these are. I really, really like them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect things. Yeah, no problem. Is there a certain kind of heat gun to buy? No, Vicky, it's just a heat gun. Some people use embossing guns. You can buy, some people use the blow torches for the kitchen. It just preference. I use the Wagner heat gun that I borrowed from my husband. Help, I did the Mod Podge method with chunky glitter and it was looking great. I went to add the second layer after it completely dried and it looked even better then. For whatever reason, I added another layer of Mod Podge before it dried. I thought I'd seen someone say that's how to seal it. It now looks horrible. If I sand it, will it help flatten it all? So anytime you guys want to seal your glitter, even if you do the Mod Podge method, when in doubt, clear spray, seal it. Use your clear spray and seal your glitter so it doesn't move. Yes, will do much. Thanks. Yeah. Yes, that will help. Yeah, no problem, Stephanie. I'll show you how to keep it out. When you watch me use my finger, watch how I go near the rim. I try not to let anything drop into it, okay? And then how to clean it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you can fix that with the Mod Podge mess up. You took the gun. It's okay. Get a new one for Father's Day. Girl, I did take the gun. I took his sandpaper too. He ain't using it. Oh, somebody just asked. I guess she didn't get the memo. If anybody has Erin in the group, tag her. Love your videos. Because she just messaged me. She wanted to know if I was going live. And I guess she doesn't see it. Anybody got Erin Owens they can tag in here? She just messaged me. When you seal your glitter with the clear spray, do you use matte? I use matte, Jennifer. I'll show you the bottle I use. It's Rust-Oleum Clear Matte Enamel Spray. Okay, I seal all of my ombres like that. Yeah, Matasha, if you ever watch some of my previous videos, when my husband's off work and he was doing stuff behind me, he put on a panda head for everybody. Everybody got a big kick out of that, and I didn't know. I have my epoxy sitting on a heating pad that never shuts off. It's always warm. Yeah, that's a good idea too, Kelly. I've heard a lot of people say that about the heating pad. I haven't gotten out my heating pad for that. I just use my heat gun, but that works too. All right, so we've been using this metal skewer stick to stir the epoxy. I asked my husband if he had a heat gun, but he doesn't. I did steal his sandpaper though. Yeah, they ain't using it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. They ain't gonna know. What they don't know won't hurt them. All right. So our epoxy's mixed. Okay, and the epoxy, I'm not going to turn it completely towards y'all because the last time I did that, that's why this table's so messed up. Okay, so this is my epoxy catching tray. I have 2 trays I use. One's for glitter, one's for epoxy. And my son's notifications keep coming up. Did anybody get to tag Erin? Well, let me see. It might go off for just a second, but I'm going to tell her real quick that... There. Okay, I sent the message to her. So, we're going to start out with the 30-ounce Ozark. I have washed this, I have sanded it, and I have spray painted it. That's it. Okay? Nothing else has been done to this cup. I just stole my husband's credit card. LOL. I need it. Yeah, I get that. You just tell him, honey, it will. Like I told mine when I first started, it takes money to make money. And you will end up coming back better. Now, the very important thing when doing these, okay, when you're using your turner, and if you build one, they have to be even. If your cup is not even, your epoxy is going to end up coming down or coming up, okay? You're going to end up with like a bubble butt or a tube top up here. Does that make sense? I mean, that's what I call it. You're going to get a bubble butt or you're going to get a tube top. Either way, you're going to have some big remainders on the rims of your cups because they're not even. Hey girl, hey, I'm literally hands full with doing your wood grain technique right now, but I'm saving this. It's funny because my next cup is Mica's. Oh, good. Well, you need help, Janelle, making knots or anything, let me know. All right? My husband said he got paid yesterday, but Glitter Chimp restock was last night, so now he says he's broke. Yeah, my husband every Friday, he knows. I'm like, hey, guess what Friday means? It's like Black Glitter Friday. Is there 2 types of epoxy to buy for A and B? So when you buy epoxy, you get a bottle of A and you get a bottle of B. Brands, there's many, many different types. You don't have to be specific to one type. It's whatever works for you. I use Amazing Clear Cast. I experience no smell. That doesn't mean you won't. Don't take that. Don't take that. That means that you're not going to have an issue. I don't have an issue. I have a window next to me that's very well ventilated. This room is very open. The window sucks out all of it. So I don't use a mask doing epoxy. If you are sensitive, okay, wear a mask. If Alumilite smells to you, there are different brands like KS Resin, CC DIY, Counterculture. There's so many great brands out there, guys. You don't have to specifically use the same one I'm using. If it bothers you, try a different brand, okay? So now we're going to take this. We're going to adhere it first for a real thin coat to get it smoothing out. And then while we let that spin and smooth out over a cup and coat it, we're going to mix our micas and our glitters over here. So you're just going to pour it on. I love my East. Yeah, see, like Christopher said, everybody's different. We are all, oops, I epoxied the turner. Oh well, won't be the last time. So you're just going to spread it on. All right, you don't want a thick coat, and right now I'm moving it back and forth this way so I don't have any that drips into the pan and wastes it. Move it with your finger and coat it. All right, and then you're going to go up and down, top to bottom. And you just want a nice thin coat. If it's too thick, when you're using glitter, it all gets soaked in, and that's no good neither. I use Pro-Marine. Yeah, like Nikki said, everybody, like I said, everyone uses something different. Nikki uses Pro-Marine. Christopher just said he uses East Coast. All on who and how you want to do it, okay? All preference. And you're just going to push it all around, okay? And then whatever ends up on your finger, Swipe back into your cup like that. There is a bubble on my cup that won't pop. Damn it. Yeah, that happens a lot. Always, I'll show you how I do mine. My boyfriend epoxies all my cups. I just can't seem to get it right. I'm good at the glitter decal part, but for some reason I can't get the epoxy. I'll show you how I do mine. I've gotten an off-brand on Amazon and switched to KS resin. I'm curious, what do you think about the epoxy dryers? I guess the epoxy dryers work for anybody that has their cups in an environment that isn't a stable temperature. All epoxy is toxic when A and B is mixed till cured. Yes. This is a chemical, guys, and you should use the proper precautions for it. Okay? Like I had said previously before, I did plan on buying a mask for when I use this, but that was right when the quarantine and everything was gone. Okay? Absolutely everything was gone. So the masks I do get, I have my husband use for work because they are required on base. Epoxy is preference. Yes, epoxy is completely preference. I blow through a straw to get the bubble out. Do you have to heat up the epoxy? Because I tried to heat it up and it was too thick and wouldn't move around, so I promised to don't do that again. So, yes, I heat the epoxy because it helps it move, okay? I have the dryer, love it. Yeah, the dryer, I mean, mine cured just fine. I live in San Antonio, so it's always hot here. I only ever worry if it's really humid. LaDonna uses a heat lamp, so I'm going to try. Yeah, you can try a heat lamp. If you have cups that are still tacky, that's one of your two issues. Either your mix was off or your room was not warm enough. Okay? So I'm going to, now that the epoxy's on the cup, I'm going to heat it up. Okay? That means the epoxy will thin out on the cup and evenly coat top to bottom. Alright? So I'm going to take it and not super close. You don't want to burn it. You burn epoxy, it reeks. So just kind of back and forth. Thin it out, just like you would when you do an alcohol ink. Okay? We're just going to do it like this. And get that epoxy to spread evenly on the cup. No missed spots. Alright? That's how I prevent... Hi, Helen, I finally caught you live. Oh, great. Try a Body Shop supply house. I got one from Mother's Day. Mine is getting holes in it, and I get fish eyes. My cup fell off a turner last night, and now I have pieces of paper and thick spots too. So what do you recommend I do now? Susie, you could sand it or try to strip it in those specific areas. I'm not sure. Is that the same as a hairdryer? No, a heat gun is not the same as a hairdryer, but you probably could use a hairdryer. It looks like your cup is shifting, like maybe it's uneven. It was the foam inside. And I think it's also the way the light's hitting this. Now I gotta fix the bottom. Okay. My house is furry. I have 2 huge Newfoundland dogs. I'm thinking of putting my tumbler in an upside down tote box. Yeah, to cover just get a big clear box. I've seen people do that to cover their cups. Can I spritz it with alcohol? It's ink. I'm not sure. What do you mean, Wendy? I think I missed some of that. So can I strip in areas? Susie, if you've got it like a pretty good amount covered on there, I would think you would have to strip it if you can't pull it off. It's the reflection. Yeah, Wendy, I'm thinking it's the reflection because it doesn't look uneven to me. Yeah. I'm thinking it's the reflection for you guys. Because now that's too high. Yeah, it's the reflection. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway, we're going to let this spin. We're going to mix, before it sits over here, our micas. So you're going to take your 4 cups. 1, 2, 3. What do you do about fish eyes? I haven't really had any fish eyes, so I mean, you could try to cover over them and pop them. Can you see my question, please? You missed it, Mariana. Okay, let me see. I need to buy some pearl inks to get the damn bubble. I think it's the camera adjusting. So what can I strip it in areas? I was told that the room needed to be cold so it dries better in cold. Warm room, Mariana. Epoxy loves the warmth. Cold takes longer to cure. Hey, Sarah. Any advice on pearl ink? Pearlescent inks can be harder to see, so use a dark background. It's missed spots where epoxy won't adhere. Yeah. Oh. Well, then if... Where's my stick? For fisheyes, sometimes it can be if you had any oil or something sitting on the cup where the epoxy was not going to stick and it repels. If you get fisheyes on chunky glitter, use polyacrylic or clear gloss spray paint. It's either oil or not enough heat is what I was told. Yeah, that's mostly it. If you had something on your cup, some oil in a certain spot, and your epoxy won't adhere to any oil. That's why I say always wipe it with the alcohol to remove oils. So we're going to take the avocado. We're going to take a popsicle stick, just a little bit of mica powder. All right, you don't need a whole lot for that. Maybe just a tad bit more. I want a good color saturation. Okay, so we got our green. I tried to do a marble swirl today. I totally bombed it twice. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is that something you can walk me through one day? Yeah, Tracy. After the live, I'll try to help you with your marble swirl. All right, so now we've got our green mica powder. Now we're going to take our white and put it in a sample cup. Okay. Are the mica, I think I spelled it right, he's expensive. No, Kelly, I got my micas in a little thing, okay, from Amazon. In a little cardboard box. You got like 50 colors for maybe less than 20 bucks. I did not go and drop a bunch of money on mica. And these work just as well as everybody else's. Desire Chandler, here are the lives, so you want to join in. So helpful. Oh, thanks. Yeah. If anybody you know wanted to see these, tag a minute. Sometimes I can't catch all of them, because sometimes there's quite a lot, which I never expected. All right, so in this cup we have our green. In this cup we have our white. In this cup we're going to have the green glitter. In this cup we're going to have the white glitter. You don't need a lot. So we're going to open the bag. Maybe about that much. That much of that pretty green. Micas last a while. They do. What brand of micas are you using? Glad you're doing this one because I just ordered mica powders last night. Mica, it's not a particular brand. I'll share the a screenshot of where I ordered my I'll share a screenshot of where I ordered my micas on Amazon. Sometimes if you get a fisheye and you're still working your epoxy, if you take a finger and vigorously rub the fisheye and maybe add a drop more epoxy. Oh, well, that's a good way to fix the fisheye. You can buy dollar store eyeshadow, and yeah, you can use eyeshadow as mica powder. You don't have to go and buy anything specific. What is the best epoxy on Amazon? I don't know about Amazon brand epoxy. I use Amazing Clear Cast. You can get that on Amazon though too. Micas are a type of powder, and you can use a 10-pack of micas too. Yes, Jennifer, you can. Micas are just a type of powder. Like somebody else said, they're like eyeshadow, and they create a really pretty effect on here. When you have an order for someone that doesn't want glitter and they want color, and they don't like the way alcohol ink looks, you can use micas. Okay. Yeah, fisheyes could be from the type of spray paint. They are. How do you do your pricing? Aaron, it all depends on what they want. I don't, especially if you're a beginner, I don't think, charging is all preference. As a beginner, I didn't charge a whole lot because I was more or less wanting to get everything out there. So we're going to take the leftover epoxy. You can kind of see the shadow of what's left. And we're going to pour it into these 4 containers. The 2 glitter and the 2 micas. Aaron, I'll message you about pricing and we'll see how you want to go about it. Can you mix mica and glitter in the same cup? Yes, you can. I'm just not going to because I want to do it a little different. I think I want a little more green because this is mostly going to be green. That's why the cup is spray painted green. So I'm going to add a little more green mica powder. And this was a pack of 50 mica colors on Amazon. All right, so we're going to pour a little epoxy in this one. I want more green, so this one will have more epoxy in it. The white will have some in it. The glitter will have some in it. And glitter will get thicker when you mix it into your epoxy, so you got to make sure it's more watered down. Or not watered down, but more liquidy. Liquefied. Okay? And if my white is not creamy enough, I'm going to add a little white paint to it. All right, so I just poured epoxy in those 4 cups. Why not? It's just epoxy. I'm new here, been interested in trying micas. I'm excited for your tutorial. Oh, awesome. Yeah, micas are fun. Sorry, that was my daughter while I was brushing her hair. She's all, why can't I type? Other people are again. Oh, Sarah, tell her hi. Why not? It's just epoxy. Have you tried? I have not tried KS Resin yet. That's the next brand I'm going to try. But yes, you can mix glitter in with your micas if you choose. I want more control of how much glitter is going to be in there and how much mica. So I mix them individually. Okay? So now we're mixing the white up with the epoxy. And see, it's got a nice, pretty cream color. This is more, it's got a pearlescent shine to it for the white. Okay, so there's the white. Wipe your popsicle stick. Now we're going to mix the green. I just bought some of this. I'm loving KS Resin so far. Yeah, I've heard great things about KS Resin. I will try it. I just bought a gallon kit of it. I'm curious about how smooth it will be. Yeah, I just haven't switched yet. I just bought that gallon of Alumilite, and since they changed their chemicals, it's almost like glass too. I mean, they have definitely upped their game at Alumilite. I will tell you that. It is so much better than getting it in a box at Michael's. I think that's a good army-ish green, right? You get army-ish vibes from that? Can you mix the A and B? Oh, wait, I missed it. Can you mix the A and B epoxy together while it starts to separate if it sits for too long? I don't know what you mean by it separating, Carla. What do you mean? Waiting for it to try and move on. My house is a little cold, so it's taking longer than normal. What? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Have you tried Crystalac products? No, I have not. I know Crystalac is a great epoxy alternative for anybody that has allergic reactions to using epoxy. But I have not tried it. All right, now see, that'll definitely swirl because it's just thin enough. Yeah, try a heat lamp. Those work fantastic too if you don't have enough control of the temperature in your craft room. I'm fairly new to tumblers recently. I seem to have a reaction to... Yeah, if you have a reaction to the epoxy, Paula, it could just be that specific brand. You could always try a different brand. If not, try Crystalac. Don't ever just give up. Yes, a great army green. Carla, it will harden, not separate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, if that's what she means. It doesn't really separate. It just gets hard. Oh, that's beautiful. I've never seen a tutorial with mica. I'll do that. I have a heat lamp somewhere. Yeah, so what I do is I don't have a heat lamp, but I do have a floor heater. And if I feel like my room is not staying warm enough, I turn my floor heater on and leave it in the room. So we're going to put just this little extra amount of epoxy on there. the white isn't exactly thin enough. So we're going to add a little more. Like oil and vinegar, you mix them together and then they separate. Well, the A and B separate after. No, the A and B, once you mix them together, is what causes the chemical reaction for it to harden. It does not separate like oil and water. No. I was really allergic to Amazing Clear Cast, switched to KS resin, and no reaction at all. Yeah, Tracy, like I said, everybody is so different. What affects you might not affect others. Okay? All right. You guys see this? That's that creamy glitter. You want it just like that to where you can swirl it in there. All right. Clean my popsicle stick. So we're going to take the green. I'm going to put the cups over here. Now we have our glitters. We have our micas. Like pudding. All right, now we got our cup. Everything has evenly coated. It has sat and spun, and now your epoxy is from top to bottom. All right, we're going to set that aside, and let's start. Let me see. What do I want to start with? I will start with my green. Now, what's really important, to get the swirl that I do, I break a popsicle stick in half and I use these fine little pieces to make my swirl, and you'll see me do it, okay? Sorry, I missed it. How fine of a glitter should be used. You can use, Jennifer, you can use chunky or fine. That's preference. Glad I'm watching this. I had no idea about Mica until I started joining some groups. This is my first time seeing it used. Excited. Oh, good. Okay. The magic mica that I did, if you go back through my tutorials and see the tutorial I did where I did a purple can koozie, it's a purple mica swirl. That's the title of it. You will see how I use the micas in that, okay? And that'll help you too. And you'll see how I used a mica that's called Purple Magic. It's white, but when I put it on the black can, it turned purple. All right? So we're going to take our green, and I'm going to drop it in horizontal lines, up and down. Ooh, I got a piece of hair in here. That's the first time I've ever got a hair on that. That's strange. First time for everything. Because I touched my head. Hold on, I gotta get the hair off of the cup. Next time I wear a ponytail. All right. And that'll even out since I pulled the hair off. Yes, I see your hair on your cup. Now I got it. I did. All right. Now we're gonna take the green. And you're going to drizzle it this way. Oh, and now I'm dropping... It's a hot mess up in here tonight. Now I dropped a piece of wood. Let me heat it up a little bit. I'll cover that back up. All right, now we're going to start the swirl. Anyway, can you send me a link to the can koozie? I have one I want to do. Yeah, I'll send you a link to the can koozie. That's okay. All right. I'm going to drop the mica. All right. Can you, so I can make sure you see that. You're going to take a little bit on your popsicle stick, and you're going to just start dropping it. No rhyme or reason, no particular way. You see me, my hand is just kind of going up and down. Can you all see that? I did drop it a little thicker in some places, but that's okay. When I start swirling it, it ain't gonna matter. Don't forget your bottom. Bottom's important. I know the comments and everything can be delayed on my end, so I do try to answer them when I see them. Hey, Mitch. So far, I've had not had a fisheye with KS resin. Oh, good. Yeah, sometimes it's just all of this is preference, brands, companies, whatever works better for you. All right, so there's the green on there. I got some on the bottom, and I got some on the top. All right, now, where did you get the turner? I got the turner on Amazon. How much was it? I think it was like $39.99. I'll send a screenshot of it. The micas I use, anything I use in the tutorial that you guys want to buy personally, let me know and I'll drop it in there, okay? All right, now we're going to drop in the whites. And if it gets a little thick on you, heat it up and thin your epoxy back out. Okay, now we're going to drop our white. Where do you get your micas and glitter? The glitter I use in this tutorial I got from Glitter Glams. I get glitter from many different places. The micas I got in on Amazon. But I know there's a mica dealer in the group. Her name's Yvonne Perry, and she owns Mica Mania, and she sells really pretty micas too. But so many different glitter companies sell micas. Yeah, I know. I think, Vicky, I think Amazon's out of stock on them. I think that's my fault. Sometimes I swear, everybody was like, oh, I'm going to go get one of those just like that. And then it was gone. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's because I recommended it so much. I don't know. All right, and then I want a little white on the bottom. Don't forget the bottom. All right, now you see this? It looks like a hot mess right now. Don't worry about it. We're going to begin the swirl, and then we'll swirl in the glitter secondly. And if it needs more green, I've got more green. All right, so you're going to take the broken end of your popsicle stick, and you're going to start from top to bottom, and you're going to move your hand like this as you go. Is the white consistency a little different? I think the white was a little more liquefied than the green, but it doesn't really matter. It just makes it easier to throw on here. So you're going to take your broken end, and you're going to go up and down your cup like this. What is the white stuff you drop? How do I get alerts for your lives? I don't know. I try to let you guys know in a post when I go live. If you like my business page, I guess I could start posting on my business page when I'm going to go live in this group. The white stuff is mica powder. And you're going to swirl it for a while until you get all the lines. This takes longer. This is a lot bigger than what I usually do for my mica swirl. But it's the same as in the tutorial I did for the purple. Just joined. What are you making? Mandy, this is, I had to add you as a friend to get the notification. Oh, okay, Britt. Then I guess if you guys want to send me friends requests or messages, I guess we can set it up that way. Thank you. I'm new to this. If you're just joining, this is a mica swirl. I made these with mica powders. And the great thing about these videos is they're saved in the group. You can go back and watch them anytime and follow along. You can watch me do as you do kind of thing. You're an excellent instructor. Did you spray paint the cup before? Yes, I spray painted this cup beforehand. This cup was washed, sanded with 220 grit, sprayed with alcohol to get all the grime you get off when you sand it. And then it was spray painted Spanish moss, I believe was the color name. I agree with Carla. Cups are intimidating. Thank you for posting these lives. Oh, you're absolutely... You should be humming or singing. What is that, like a Snow White whistle while I work? It would not be pretty. My dogs would howl. Just ordered some clear cast from the company with that discount. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Amazing Clear Cast works great for beginners. Do you add the heat gun to help the swirl or loosen up the... No, I don't hit this with the heat gun because I want to control my swirl. I want this to swirl the way I want it to swirl. Not the way it wants to swirl, the way I want it to swirl. Okay? Does that make sense? I want to control my swirl on this. Yeah, 220 sandpaper. What did you order? Step out. What number to use it? I love it, Helen. Yes. Blanco. Yeah. No, I want to control my swirl myself. And then the bottom is just the same. I just swirl it. Up and down movement. Nothing too strenuous. But do you all see the swirl? And I will bring the phone up closer. I know that was how it was with the purple one. You couldn't really see it because the lighting in here sucks. And then we haven't added the glitter yet. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I think doing your a swirl this way gives your cup a lot of texture. All right? I think it gives it so much texture. It brings a lot of depth into colors that normally would be kind of blah and bland. And using a green background helps a lot, so then you have no missed spots. I ordered Amazing Clear Cast. Sorry, what was the purple cup you're talking about on a video? Sharon, it was a purple can koozie that I did this Mica swirl on as well. I just did my very first cup and not even 5 minutes ago, and I'm really impressed. Oh, awesome, Cassandra. I'm glad you did your first cup. I missed the code for the discount. Amanda, it's amazing savings from the Illuminite company itself. The purple cup is a purple can koozie that I did in a tutorial some time back. The same way I did mine, the painted ones. I can do this on before. Yeah, you can. Reminds me of a peacock little on top. Yeah, maybe a dumb question, but you won't. The scratches, the stick will show up. No, you want the swirls. And as this spins, a lot of it will blend in together really well. So no, there's no scratch. And there's no dumb questions, Pamela. I answer any and all questions. Nothing is dumb to me. Have you done swirling with acrylic paints before? Yes. I have heard of doing the acrylic paints. I have not had a request for the straight paint. I just use my my micas. I really like using the micas because I feel like they give it a little more shimmer. But you can use paints. I just haven't upped my paint collection. All right, now that we got it all nice and swirled, and I will show you guys how it looks on my end, okay? You could even do this. You say you want to do a beach tumbler and you want the waves. If you use blue and white micas for the waves, you take your broken popsicle stick and you go in a wave-like motion. This resin must have a very long working time. It's not hardening on you or getting sticky. No, I mean it works. That's why I do epoxy method. It's so awesome of you to do these tutorials. You're welcome. How many coats do you do after decal? 1 or 2, depending on the coverage and the thickness of the decal. Sorry. Can you do a double peekaboo tutorial? Yeah, I could do a double peekaboo, I guess. Good, I will do it tomorrow. Don't forget to swirl the bottom. That's right, Jan. All right, and I will pick it up and bring it over here so you guys can see before we add the glitter. So, all right, I'm going to pick you up, and I'm going to turn the camera around. And let me see if I can get that flash on. Y'all see that? See that swirl effect? Just like that, y'all. And that's even without glitter. Yeah, super simple. Don't be intimidated by this. All right, now we're going to take our glitter. I'm going to heat it up a little bit to make it a little thinner. What did I do with that popsicle stick? All right. I'm trying this tomorrow. Love that technique. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, now we're going to take the glitter and we're going to do the same thing. Same exact way. And if you guys do it, tag me in your pictures. I'd love to see them. I love seeing how everybody's stuff comes out. All right, you're going to take it. You're going to make it real thin. And you're going to drop it. Drop your glitter in. If you do wave like swirl, would you still go up and down? I would go in a circular motion to do waves for a beach tumbler. Just came in. What are you using to make squirrels paint? Lorraine, this is mica powders. And I'll show you guys again what I used in the end. So once you do that swirl, does it seem like it pops most of the bubbles? Yeah, that's why I heat my cup up before I add my micas. So there's no bubbles. All right, and then we're going to just drop in the glitter randomly. No rhyme or reason to where I'm putting it, okay? She wanted a little sparkle, but not a whole lot. And then this glitter will get swirled into this too. How long do you wait after first layer of epoxy to apply second one? Each epoxy layer, I give my proper cure time of overnight. All right, and don't rush yourself with orders, guys. When you're doing orders, you let everybody know to give you the proper amount of time. These things take time. You cannot create a piece of art overnight like that. And I know a lot of people don't understand the wait times for our cups, and that's fine because you're going to find plenty of customers who do. I'm gonna message you something sometime. I have some questions about something. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Brittany. Anytime you guys want to message me with questions just starting out, let me know. What's the... Wow, I was about to ask, what's the difference for Mica? How long do you wait? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying up with questions. Any of you guys have questions, feel free to message me. Drop them in the comments. Whatever I did not see while I'm doing this, I go back and answer all of them. Message me anytime you want, and I will help you all I can. If we need to video chat, we'll video chat. All right, now I want to make sure I get all this pretty green glitter in there. Even if it's a little fat drop, that's okay. Waste not, want not. Oh, and you heat the cup first. Yes, with the heat gun. I apply my epoxy to the cup and then I heat it up. If you watch me do that, you'll see it. Where I heat the cup up as it spins. I know, isn't it gorgeous? She told me that if she, my customer told me if she really loved how this came out. Because this is for her friend. She already ordered one. She'll want a duplicate. This is actually going to end up having a leopard print pineapple on it. She said it's an inside joke. All right. Now time for our cream glitter. And I'm going to heat mine up. Let it soften up and liquefy a little bit because glitter will make your epoxy thicker. So you want to add extra epoxy if you throw epoxy and glitter together. Make sure there's more epoxy than glitter because it thickens it. And then it's harder to swirl. Are you putting it? Yes, I will put, it's like my fingers are getting stuck. Ooh, can we see? Oh, yeah, I'll do an overhead view. What's the technique with, will this technique work with alcohol inks? Yeah, it should. I love the color. It was so hard. It got so sticky. I did a fabric. I have not done a fabric cup yet, Pamela. I'm not quite sure how that works. I will do an overhead view, yeah. Even though you mix them all in the epoxy, you still have to add another. Yes, Shannon, you do it's the second layer of epoxy over these is the sealant. All right, seals it all together, gives it a nice smooth touch. All right, we're gonna add the white, and I'm gonna do the same as I did with the green, and just sprinkle in the white glitter, and then we'll swirl it all too. I'm working on a fabric cup as I'm watching this. Yeah, I have not gotten the... I want to do a fabric cup so bad, but I haven't been able to go out to the store and pick a fabric yet. I still want to do that. All right, so now we got our glitters. We already did our powders. Now we're going to do the glitters. Glitters the same way. You're going to swirl it the exact same way. You're going to take the bottom of that stick that you had. This is my third one. I love doing them. Yes, these are so much fun. And you're going to do the same effect. And I'll just mix this bottom half first. You definitely will have to do a tutorial on it. Okay, I will. I've gotten a lot of requests for different kinds of tutorials, so I'm making lists. The next tutorial, guys, to give y'all heads up while I'm doing this, is I'm going to do a storyboard cup. How many of you know what a storyboard cup is? It's the snow globe cup effect. You can throw up likes or hearts or whatever so I can see how many if you don't want to comment. No sound? You're not hearing me? Can everybody hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a storyboard one. Now, I seal mine differently than everybody else. I use epoxy to seal mine. Never had an issue. And I will show you guys how. It'll be a couple of days worth of tutorials. So a storyboard tumbler, guys, if you're brand new and don't know what I'm talking about, it's like a snow globe cup. You remember when we were kids back in the day and we had those cups where you'd shake them and they were like liquefied and they had little stuff floating in them and they were super cool and everybody felt so awesome having one. Does everybody remember that? 109. Wow. Okay, so that's a storyboard. I'm going to show you how I do mine. And it's going, well, I mean, I hope I can. I probably can't show you the decaling because it's going to be a nightmare before Christmas. But I can show you my basicness of it. It will glow in the dark and all that good stuff. I've heard one but never seen one done. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing next for you guys. Is I'm gonna do a storyboard. That's the plan. Since I've started doing this, it's so funny. You know, my 7-year-old, he always comes down and he wants to see what mommy's doing, what mommy's working on. And before the quarantine and everything started, and he would go to school, and he was telling them, asking everybody about their water bottles, and he came home and he goes, "Mom, is there not epoxy on everything?" And I said, "No, why?" And he goes, "Oh, I was telling everybody at school about epoxy." So excited to see you do a storyboard. I've got 4 more to go. Yeah, the storyboard should be fun. Have you done the hydro dip? Do you use the alcohol ink for that? I've not done a hydro dip yet. That's another one I'm gonna do. I gotta pick my colors that I want to do for it first. So all right, I think we got this pretty good in here. I don't think you can see quite as much as I can, so I'm going to turn this around. Okay. And if you want more waves, just do it like that. Easy marble is amazing. Yeah, that easy marble stuff works great for hydro dipping. All right, so I'm going to turn you guys around, and you can see this from my side. It looks awesome. All right. It's got so much depth to it. I always fear that I mess up my cup too much. Made a Milky Way yesterday and had to strip it because the wrong colors just mixed way too much. Heat gun on acrylic paint epoxy, not the best. That's why I swirl it myself, Bethany. I swirl it myself. All right, I'm going to turn you around. And I'm going to wait for it to catch up with you guys. Is that not just beautiful? Melinda, I did a tutorial on water slides, and you can message me for steps too. Yeah, this turned out amazing. I have a feeling she'll be ordering another one. Yeah, that came out great. Hold on, let me plug you back in. It's super pretty. And that's all it was, you guys. It was the 2 micas and then the glitter to give it just the right amount of sparkle, not too much. Makes me want to run out and start one right now. Yeah. I hadn't been doing it because I was busy doing decals so many days, and this just reminds me of the Wizard of Oz Emerald City. Yeah, I know. I love that green. It's so gorgeous. It would make a great Ireland cup too. Something Irish. Super pretty. I really like that. And you guys, when you want to watch these and do them yourselves, am I putting a yes, there will be a decal on that. She wants a leopard print pineapple. I'm not sure what that means. She said it was an inside joke, so I took her word for it. What the customer wants, the customer gets. It doesn't have to make sense to me. But I love how this came out. And that's why I love the swirl, and this is why I don't heat it. It gives, if you swirl it yourself, it gives it so much more dimension. My mica powder should be here on Thursday of this week. Guess what I'll be doing that night? Go for it, Jason. I want to see what you make. Christmas cup. Yeah, Carla, this would be a beautiful Christmas cup. Like maybe a Christmas tree theme. Throw some ornaments on this thing. Maybe some of those glitter piece shapes that look like Christmas lights. And you could string them. Ooh, that would be gorgeous. That's different. See, I haven't seen anybody do that. Can you send the links for your micas and glitter? Yes. Glitter Glams Glitter. The cream and army green. All right, the micas was avocado and just regular white. And I'll throw them up from where I got them. I'll take a picture. Is this your only turner, or do you have others? I have 7 turners, guys. I have 3 of these and a 4-cup turner that the phone sits on that my husband built. Are you going to wait for that to dry to put the next layer of epoxy? Yes. I let my cups spin overnight. I give them a good cure time. I've always told my customers, I will make you something gorgeous, but don't rush me. And especially with my health days, with my autoimmune, can be up and down. So some days, as much as I want to do all my cups, I don't have the energy. I can't force myself to do it. So I tell them, if you work with me, you won't regret it. I let my cups cure overnight, and then when it gets its final set and done, it sets 3 days before you give it to a customer. Done in red and white for Christmas would be nice. Yes, red and white for Christmas would be gorgeous too. Does that epoxy have a strong smell? I'm concerned about starting cups. And Heather, that was my concern too with the smells of epoxy. So the very first one I tried was Illuminate. I had no issues, and I have stayed with that. I want to try other resins, but I just haven't. If it doesn't give me any issues, I don't see a real reason in changing it. It works great for me. Have you thought about doing YouTube videos, and there you can put all the links for the material? Teresa, a lot of people have asked me to do YouTube. I'm really shy. Like, it took me a lot of courage to do it in this group. And I don't know. YouTube, it's so less controlled. Not everybody's very kind on YouTube. That's the only reason I'm kind of iffy about it. You know, not everybody's as nice as everyone on here. And so that's really throwing myself out there for judgment, because everybody does this differently. Send the name. I will send everything I use, Carolyn. Yeah. You guys ever have a question about anything I use, I will drop it in the comments for you. How much do you charge for 30 ounces? I'm wondering if I priced too low. I sell mine for 30 right now. Renee, so the thing with pricing your cups, I went by a tutorial about starting a tumbler business from the lady Caitlin, who owns Glitter Chimp, or Kaylin. I think it's Caitlin or Kaylin. And I'm not going to butcher her last name. She did a tutorial on starting your cup business. Now, I charge $1 an ounce plus 10. I started out at $1 an ounce plus 5, and then since my quality of supplies has went up and the amount of time I put into it, I went up another 10 or another 5. You're doing great. Only people that want to learn about cups will watch your videos. Teresa, yeah, I'm hoping so. That it's more or less people wanting to watch. And I like being able to go live for the fact that I can answer y'all's questions as I go along. I was thinking a red, white, and blue picture. Yeah, red, white, and blue would be great too. That would be really pretty. Helen, what is your favorite cup to use? I love the 35-ounce skinnies, but curious what others like. I don't really have a favorite. I have a very common style that I use, and like this one. This is the coffee cup you get at Michael's. This is a really popular, because a lot of people order these for coffee cups that I use them. See, this one's from Michael's, and this one's a Built from Walmart. I love her and her glitters. She's awesome. Yeah, her glitters are phenomenal. That's not true. Unfortunately, there's a lot of mean trolls. Yeah, there are, Wendy. That's just kind of why I'm really nervous about going YouTube so public. Love watching you do cups. You're great. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I really appreciate that, you guys. That's the only reason I do this, is I've gotten so much lovely feedback from you guys. I will continue to bring you beautiful cups that you guys can try. And I go slower for all of you to turn it on and follow along and watch me go, so you can just copy what you see me do, and you can come out with a beautiful cup for yourself. All right? How come some people tape off the rim and others don't? I'm new. What helps you decide? Jennifer, it's just look preference. Sometimes you will have a customer that says they want a naked rim or a naked bottom, and then you tape it. All right? That's just look preference. Some people like a clean rim and a clean bottom, and a lot of the times it's also because the bottom and the bottom rim of the cup and the top rim of the cup can be kind of a pain in the tush, sanding it and everything like that. So if you leave it alone and you don't do anything with it, then you don't have to worry about it at all, and then you just do it in the middle. But taping it is either by preference or by customer request. I did have a customer request a taped rim, but her invoice is still pending, so I haven't done it yet. How do you prep your cups? Carla, I take a cup. So say this one is clear. All right. I just bought it from the store, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it home. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to sand it with 220 fine grit. And then I'm going to spray it with my alcohol spray, wipe it down to get all the grime and the nasty off. And then I'm going to spray paint it. Okay? I did do that in a tutorial when I went earlier at a time. And I showed you guys exactly why it's good to sand it, to wash it. I cleaned rims on that. Ozark stays colder than Yeti. I've tested them. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yetis are very expensive anyway. Now, will you do a seal before the... Yes, I will seal this before a decal. And after I will decal, I will seal this. I'm going to let this dry overnight. Tomorrow, I will come back, epoxy it again. Let that dry. I will decal it. And since this really isn't any chunky glitter, there's no need for really sanding unless I feel there is any rough spots. I'll decal it and then I seal my decal. Okay? It's nice to watch it and you can save the videos and questions. I PM Helen and she's wonderful getting back. Thanks, Tina. Yeah. It's wonderful because the group saves all of these. That's the reason I love your videos. You're a great tutorial educator. Oh, thanks, guys. You may have gone over this already, so I'm sorry, but what size tumbler would you say most people request? Most people will request a 20 ounce. Now, skinnies and the shape of your cups all depend on the customer and what they're using it for. I typically ask, well, is this going to be a coffee cup for you? Are you going to use it maybe for wine and water? Then that determines how I want, what shape of cup I choose to use. Okay, tape the top or bottom. If the cup gets knocked off a table, the odds are it will either land on the top or the bottom, so less chance of the epoxy. Yep, Jan, that's a good reason too. Less chance of it cracking on the top or the bottom if it drops. Will you do a flood coat after it dries? Yes, not necessarily flood coat because it's not full glitter. It'll just be a coat of epoxy over it. It was great watching you, but I'm going to bed. See you next time. Can't wait. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's getting late, so now that this is done, this will dry overnight. Get epoxy tomorrow. I will drop the order where I got my Mica box from, and you guys can use that too. Also, Miss Perry in this group from Mica Mania has really great micas, and she's always doing giveaways and stuff, so you can join her Tumblr group as well. She's on this page. And I think that's it. Now, I'm going to let this spin overnight. I'm going to throw away the rest of these cups because they're just about empty. I've got a lot more decaling to do, so it'll be a long night. If you guys have any questions, want lists for anything, you can message me and I will send them to you. I have a baby bottle we've done and I sealed it after the water slide and now it is dull. Christy, how many times did you seal your water slide before applying? Did you spray seal it before applying, and what color was it? When the cup is taped, how do you get the epoxy even on the cup? So you'll just go over the tape. Yes, Wendy, Yvonne Perry. You'll just go over the tape, and then about 30 to 45 minutes after you've done that, pull the tape off. Don't forget about the tape because it will cure to the cup. All right? 30 to 45 minutes after taping your rim and you epoxy and stuff on it. Try not to get a ton on it, but you can get over it a little bit. Pull it off 30 to 45 minutes after. All right? And that's going to be what helps you a lot. Okay? But for micas, like I said, Miss Perry has a great video. Thanks again, Helen. You rock. Off to bed. Good night, Bonnie. These I got on Amazon, but you can get micas from anywhere. Lots of glitter sites sell them. Miss Perry sells them. It's all just preference. Yes, I sealed the water slide, then applied it. The glitter is dull. Christy, PM me, and I'll ask for more details, and we'll go over it and see where it went wrong, okay? So I'm going to pop off here. I've got a lot more to do. I'm going to go through and answer anybody's questions that I missed. And if you guys private message me, I'll help you through there too, okay? Once I get some of these cups finished and out the door, we'll start the storyboard tumbler. So I'm hoping it's Saturday, maybe by hopefully before next Saturday, I'll be able to do that for you guys. Okay, so we'll get it prepped. So, yeah, good night, everybody. You're all welcome. So I hope everybody stays safe. Remember, this video is saved in the group. Search my name on the homepage of the group at the top with the little magnifying glass. And you will see, type in my name, you'll see every tutorial I've done that you can follow along with, okay? I'll drop everything that I've used in this video in the comments for you guys to see. So everybody stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye.